Hey guys,
Hi,
it's Barb
Robin.
from Halfway to Sane. So, it's been a while since we've been on, huh?
A minute.
Little
Not that long.
little bit.
Yeah.
Alright, today I have a story that irritates me a little bit. I don't know about you.
Yeah.
But, alright, it's about a young lady. Her name was Sabrina Zurich, I'm not sure which. But she was born October 27th, 1994, and her parents were apparently drug addicts and alcoholics, so she was sent to go live with her grandmother. And she became too much for her grandmother. She was getting in fist fights and not getting along with people at school. Grandmother ends up putting her in the foster care system when she was like 16 years old. So she was placed with foster parents Lisa and Kevin Nofel. I'm going to say Nofel. I have no idea. I don't know if you can see that. Nofel.
I have no clue.
All right. I don't want to be mispronouncing it, but anyway, Lisa herself was a social worker, and I guess she specialized in sexual abuse department at work. And her husband, Kevin, was a truck driver. They already had 2 kids, Megan and Haley, and Sabrina seemed to fit in with the family. She was doing well in school. She was dreaming of becoming a model and enrolling in cosmetology courses. Geez. And she had good friends. But despite all that, she was arguing with the foster mother. Yeah. And here's where it gets worse. So in 2012, when she turned 18 years old, her and Kevin started an affair. I don't know who initiated it. I don't care who initiated it. It was wrong.
Yes.
This was a troubled girl. I don't care if she was of age. You know, she was in the system for a reason, and you just don't go and do something like that. Allegedly, Sabrina inquired about a hitman at one point to kill Lisa. And I guess she complained to the husband so much, and he, I guess, was really starting to dislike his wife and started grooming Sabrina into her killing the wife, which she does. She stabs her foster mother 178 times while her 13-year-old foster sister watched in horror. She called 911, the foster sister, and told them exactly what was going on. They arrive. They find Sabrina soaked from head to toe in blood and holding a 15-inch knife. The husband does not seem remorseful at all. Goes to the funeral, doesn't shed a tear, doesn't act upset, nothing. And it takes quite a while. It takes a good 9 or 10 months for Sabrina to tell authorities that this was basically his idea and he was the one grooming her to do this. But in the meantime, this man,
You want to call him that?
receives multiple life insurance policies. There was one issued for $250,000. There was another one issued for $249,000. There was another one issued for $150,000. He had multiple insurance policies out on her.
So that's over $500,000.
It totaled almost $800,000.
Whoa.
With that money, I guess the house they were living in was a rental house. He bought it, decided to stay there, bought it, added a swimming pool, bought himself 2 vehicles, a 2013 Chevy Cruze and a 2011 Malibu, and he also bought himself 2 campers. I don't know why you need 2 campers.
And why wouldn't you buy a truck to pull the camper? Were these drivable?
I don't know. They might have been drivable campers. I have no idea. But why 2?
Right.
I don't get. So he was out having a ball with all this money. They were able, I guess, to, when Sabrina had mentioned to them that, look, this was all his idea, she was trying to cut a plea deal, which is why she decided she wanted to finally turn him in. At first, she didn't turn him in. I have no idea why. But, police were, when they were interrogating her, I guess maybe they had a feeling he might have been involved. I don't know. But she said she did it all herself. After sitting in prison for 9 or 10 months, she decided, enough was enough, and she was going to turn him in too. Well, they were able to pull up that the day before the murder, there was 1,491 text messages and phone calls made between the 2 of them. What are you talking about? 1,500 text messages and phone calls? I mean, that's ridiculous. And these text messages and phone calls went on up until a half hour before the killing took place. So they weren't able to pull up the actual messages to see what they were, but they were able to see the number of them. And anyway, she ended up getting a plea deal that instead of getting life in prison, she was now going to get 30 years with the possibility of parole after the 30 years. He ended up getting life in prison. And I just think it's a sad case. I don't see prison, they're having good rehabilitation services in there, which is something that she needs.
Right. Oh, yeah. She definitely needs help.
Yeah. Big time help. I don't really care about his rat's ass.
Oh, no.
But I find it sad, that, she was pretty much thrown away by her parents. She was thrown away by her grandparents. This guy grooms her to do the unthinkable. And now she's not going to get the rehabilitation that she really needs behind bars. And she's going to come out as a, 47, 48, maybe 50-year-old person.
As long as she doesn't get in trouble in there, she'll come out at 30 years.
Right, but just think, average it off to a 50-year-old person.
Right,
That's how old we are right now. I couldn't imagine having lived almost my whole life behind bars and now coming out and not really having the help that I need. Like how you've never supported yourself before.
Well, yeah, she hasn't worked. She hasn't lived on her own.
She hasn't paid bills.
Right.
Nothing. So, but I'm being summoned by the dog to go to go feed them. So, I think this is our cue to get going. Bye.
See ya.